and children and adolescents, still much needs to be done in this area.
We need, of course, to do more in terms of gender representation and, of course, in youth representation. We need to hear more voices from youth in Parliament. 46,000 parliamentarians are perfectly capable of changing this world. And that's why, from IPU, we are going directly with this partnership for implementation to translate these commitments into our national commitments, into our national laws, into national budgets, and of course into community actions.
Moving on now, Indian Navy's first flyaway deep-sea submarine rescue system was formally inducted by Admiral Sunil Lamba, the Chairman, Chiefs of Staff Committee and the Chief of the Naval Staff at the Naval Dockyard, Mumbai. The Indian Navy now joins the select League of Nations worldwide with a sovereign capability in flyaway configuration to search, locate and rescue crew from a disabled submarine. The deep-sea rescue system would have a global footprint and can be mobilized from the naval base at Mumbai to the nearest mobilization port by air or land or sea to provide rapid rescue to the submarines in distress. The newly acquired capability would be operated and deployed by the crew of the Indian Navy's newly formed Submarine Rescue Unit West from its base in Mumbai.
Hundreds of vehicles were left stranded on Wednesday after authorities suspended traffic on the 270-kilometer long Jammu-Srinagar National Highway, the only road linking Kashmir with the rest of the country, following snowfall. About 1.5 feet of snow has accumulated on both sides of Jawahar Tunnel, the gateway to Kashmir Valley. Besides the snowfall, most parts of the Jammu region were lashed by intermittent rains during the day, engulfing the region in the cold. But due to the weather condition, the maximum temperature in Jammu city fell by almost 10 degrees Celsius compared to Tuesday and settled at 13.2 degrees Celsius, 8.2 degrees below normal during this part of the season.
A grateful nation is paying tribute to the martyrs of attack on Parliament on 13 December 2001. President Ramnath Kovind paid tribute to the martyrs of the Parliament attack. In a tweet, the President has said, and I quote, "India gratefully remembers those martyred while defending Parliament from terrorists on this day in 2001. The forces of hate and terror targeted what we cherish most, India's democracy and the democratic values. They did not succeed, and we will never let them succeed," unquote.
President Ramnath Kovind, who was on a 5-day visit to Myanmar, will inaugurate the 5th Enterprise India exhibition in Yangon today. Earlier on Wednesday, President addressed the Indian community in Myanmar. He also paid respects at the Martyrs Mausoleum in Yangon. He also visited the revered Shwedagon Pagoda. Following this, he met and felicitated 9 surviving veterans of the Indian National Army who live in Yangon. President Kovind also launched a mobile app developed for farmers in Myanmar and dedicated a center and a biopark to promote agriculture research and education to the people in Naypyidaw. Kovind is in Myanmar on a 2-city visit to continue India's high-level bilateral engagements under the rubric of the Act East policy and Neighbourhood First policy.
And in international headlines now, British Prime Minister Theresa May has fought off a bid to topple her as Prime Minister, winning a Tory vote of confidence by 200 votes to 117. After a day of high drama at Westminster, May defeated the challenge to her authority, but only after making an emotional pledge that she would not lead her party into the next general elections. Loyal MPs and cabinet ministers yelled their support when the result was announced by Sir Graham Brady, the chairman of the Conservative Party's 1922 committee in the House of Commons. Under the party rules, she cannot be challenged again for another year, ensuring she will still be in charge when the UK quits the European Union in March next year.